The truth behind the Curse of King Tut, myth or reality? Few archaeological discoveries have captured the imagination of the world like the tomb of Tutankhamun, commonly known as King Tut. Since its discovery in 1922, the story of a mysterious curse has surrounded the tomb, claiming that anyone who disturbs the pharaoh's final resting place would suffer terrible consequences. Newspapers reported strange deaths, mysterious illnesses, and bizarre coincidences connected to those involved in the excavation. For decades, the so-called Curse of the Pharaoh has remained one of the most fascinating legends in modern archaeology. But was there really a supernatural curse protecting King Tut's tomb, or was the entire story exaggerated by media and superstition? To uncover the truth, we must explore the discovery of the tomb, the strange events that followed, and the scientific explanations behind the myth. If you enjoy discovering amazing historical facts like these, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. The discovery that shocked the world. The legend of the curse began with one of the greatest archaeological discoveries in history. In 1922, British archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered the nearly untouched tomb of King Tut in Egypt's Valley of the Kings. After years of searching and countless failed excavations, Carter finally found the entrance to the tomb hidden beneath layers of sand and debris. The excavation was funded by Carter's wealthy supporter, Lord Carnarvon. When the sealed chamber was opened, the world was amazed by what lay inside. The tomb contained golden treasures, statues, jewelry, chariots, and the famous golden burial mask of the young pharaoh. Unlike many other royal tombs that had been looted centuries earlier, King Tut's tomb was almost completely intact. It provided historians with an incredible glimpse into the wealth and culture of ancient Egypt. However, along with the treasure came whispers of a deadly curse. The legend of the Pharaoh's curse. Soon after the discovery, rumors began spreading that a warning had been found near the tomb. According to popular stories, an inscription supposedly read, "Death shall come on swift wings to him who disturbs the peace of the king." Although historians later confirmed that no such inscription actually existed in Tutankhamun's tomb, the story quickly captured public attention. The idea that ancient Egyptian priests had placed magical protection on the pharaoh's burial site seemed believable to many people at the time. Ancient Egyptians deeply respected the afterlife and took great care in preparing tombs to protect the dead. They believed disturbing a burial could anger spirits or gods. Because of this belief, the idea of a curse seemed possible to many observers. The mysterious death of Lord Carnarvon. The legend truly exploded when tragedy struck shortly after the tomb was opened. In 1923, Lord Carnarvon suddenly died in Cairo after developing blood poisoning from an infected mosquito bite. His death shocked the world and immediately fueled rumors of the curse. Newspapers reported that at the exact moment of his death, the lights in Cairo mysteriously went out. Some stories even claimed that his dog in England howled and died at the same moment. Although many of these stories were likely exaggerated or completely invented, they made the legend even more dramatic. Soon, newspapers around the world were reporting that King Tut's curse had claimed its first victim. Other deaths linked to the curse. After Carnarvon's death, several other individuals connected to the excavation also passed away in the following years. These included archaeologists, visitors to the tomb, and people who handled some of the artifacts. Each time someone died, the story of the curse grew stronger. The media eagerly connected every death to the pharaoh's supposed revenge. Some reports claimed that more than a dozen people involved with the tomb died mysteriously. However, many of these claims were misleading. Some individuals died years later from completely unrelated causes, while others were not even directly involved in the excavation. The press often ignored these details to maintain the dramatic narrative of the curse. The survivors who disproved the curse. One of the biggest arguments against the curse is the number of people who lived long lives after entering the tomb. The most famous example is Howard Carter himself. Despite being the first person to enter the tomb and the man responsible for opening it, Carter lived another 17 years after the discovery. He died in 1939 from natural causes at the age of 64. Many other members of the excavation team also lived for decades after the discovery. If the curse truly existed, it would be strange that it spared the people most responsible for disturbing the tomb. Scientific explanations behind the myth. Modern scientists have suggested several possible explanations for the illnesses that affected some individuals involved with the tomb. One theory involves toxic mold or bacteria that may have developed inside the sealed burial chamber over thousands of years. When the tomb was opened, these microscopic organisms could have spread into the air and infected those present. Such spores can cause respiratory problems, allergic reactions, or infections, especially in individuals who already have health issues. Another explanation is a simple coincidence. Archaeological teams often include many people, and over time, some deaths are inevitable. Because the discovery of the tomb was so famous, any death connected to it received intense public attention. The role of media sensationalism. The early 20th century was a time when newspapers competed fiercely for readers. Sensational stories sold more copies, and the Curse of King Tut provided the perfect headline. Journalists often exaggerated details or created dramatic narratives to keep the public interested. Stories about supernatural revenge and ancient magic fascinated readers around the world. Once the idea of the curse became popular, every strange event was interpreted as proof that it was real. This media attention played a major role in turning the curse into one of history's most famous legends. Ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife. Although the curse itself may be a myth, ancient Egyptians did take the protection of tombs very seriously. They believed that the soul needed its body and burial objects in order to live in the afterlife. Because of this belief, tombs were carefully sealed and sometimes included warning inscriptions meant to scare away thieves. These messages were more symbolic than magical, but they helped create the impression that disturbing a tomb could bring terrible consequences. The strong spiritual traditions of ancient Egypt made it easy for people to believe that supernatural forces were involved. Myth, stronger than reality. After examining the historical evidence, most experts agree that the Curse of King Tut is more legend than fact. The deaths connected to the tomb can be explained by natural causes, coincidence, or existing health problems rather than supernatural revenge. However, the story of the curse continues to fascinate people even today. It combines ancient history, mystery, and human imagination in a way that keeps audiences captivated. In the end, the real power of the curse may not lie in magic or ancient spells, but in the stories we tell. The legend has helped keep the memory of King Tut alive for over a century, proving that sometimes myths can become just as powerful as reality. The Curse of King Tut remains one of history's most mysterious legends. Was it a supernatural warning from ancient Egypt, or simply a story created by coincidence and media hype? What do you think? Myth or reality? If you enjoyed uncovering this historical mystery, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. There are many more secrets from history waiting to be discovered.